There are two main ways to play Mario Sluggers online. I'll explain how to do both here. This applies to most Wii games in general, though I'll go more in depth on the controls that are specific to Sluggers. The first option is Parsec. Parsec is a free application that allows someone to host games on their PC, and for others to join in. You can play pretty much any local two-player game this way, and only the host needs a copy. This is the way I play, since my laptop isn't very good and can't run Dolphin at full speed. There are a few requirements before you start playing. Here are the requirements for the host. Good internet, perfectly wired connection. A Windows laptop or PC that can run Mario Sluggers on Dolphin at full speed. Parsec doesn't fully support Mac hosting, and has Bluetooth. A controller that Dolphin can recognize as a Wii Remote or emulated Wii Remote, which includes a Wiimote, Xbox One controller, PlayStation 4, or a Switch Pro-Con. Requirements for the visitors. Good internet, preferably wired connection, a laptop PC of any kind, and a controller that can be recognized by Parsec, Switch Pro, Xbox One, PS4, etc. The controllers might actually be the most confusing part of this whole process, since you can't simply play with two Wii remotes. Dolphin will natively be able to recognize all controllers with X input, which is most modern controllers, as well as Wii remotes and GameCube controllers with adapters. Wired Switch Pro controllers register as direct input and won't work properly on Dolphin, but Switch Pro controllers that connect with Bluetooth will work. However, the rules are different for the people connecting to the host through Parsec. Parsec won't recognize Wii remotes, but it will recognize Switch Pro controllers, no matter if they're wired or not. Any other controller will most likely work. Now, all players need to download Parsec and create accounts. The host will also need to have Dolphin installed and Mario Sluggers running on it. Once that's done, the host will share a link to the other players, which will allow them to join their PC. They can also add them as friends and have them join on their PC from the home menu, which can be easier. On Parsec, the host can control the permissions for the different players. Gamepad is automatically selected, which allows their controllers to connect to your system. You can also give them mouse and keyboard access when needed. The host then needs to go into Dolphin and to the controller settings. If each of the players' gamepads connected correctly, you will see them in the drop-down menus. Select the ones that correspond to the players and then configure them. This can be done by giving mouse and keyboard access to a player, and then assigning each button individually. Make sure to keep in mind which controller setup you'll be using, and adjust the buttons accordingly. Make sure to set a hotkey to switch between vertical and horizontal Wii Remote controls. The menus require vertical controls, but I usually play with horizontal because then I don't have to deal with emulating motion controls. Once each player has configured their controllers, you can save their setups and you're ready to play. There will usually be a small amount of input lag, and that may take some time getting used to, but Jake and I played just fine using this method for our last video. Troubleshooting. Dolphin's game sound can't be heard by other players. Fix this by changing the audio output of the host PC to default. The player's gamepads aren't recognized by the host PC. Make sure you press a button on your gamepad so that the PC can recognize it. If the problem persists, you may be using an incompatible controller. Next up is Dolphin NetPlay. NetPlay on Dolphin is how most GameCube games are played online. Wii games can be trickier though. Both players need to be able to run Mario Sluggers on Dolphin at full speed, as well as have good internet connections. You can use any controllers that Dolphin can recognize. However, the motion controls don't work with NetPlay, so you have to use sideways motion controls. Other than that, the process is actually pretty simple. To start, make sure all players have the same file type. The standard is to play with NKit ISO files, since they take up less space than normal ISO files. You can use either as long as everyone uses the same version. Also, you have to have the same versions of Dolphin. Now that you're set up, connect your controllers to Dolphin and have the host go to Tools, Start NetPlay Session. Click on the Host tab, select the game, and click Host. To join, have the other players go to the Start NetPlay Session tab, and then the Connect tab. Get the host's IP address and join. For more info, go to the link in the description.